right, welcome back to another episode of
Real Cons.
I'm your host today, Jackson. I'm joined by
Ben.
Zachary.
James.
Cobius Maximus.
So today our topic is social media, and let's just get right into it. So social media, how old is this? Like, when did it originate? Does anyone know?
Well, the first one
2000s?
was Facebook.
What's Facebook?
Right? Facebook was revolutionary. Mark Zuckerberg is up there in the billionaires now. Mr. Zuck. Mr. Zuck.
Dude, Z last name representing. He's like the only one. Kids, see, like some of us are thinking kids might get phones too young. So I think you had something to say on
Yeah,
this.
I was gonna say, phones, they're really useful, but sometimes they're used more as a distraction. They take away from the productivity and the task we're trying to do, and they distract us more than they help us. And that's just the sort of the idea that I was thinking. Do you guys have anything to say about that?
Yeah, let's face it. Like, most of what regular people do on their phones is
Yeah.
Clash Royale, or looking at Instagram posts that are superficial. You don't actually connect with anybody. It's just super unproductive.
Dude, is Clash Royale still a
Anti-social
thing?
media.
Yeah.
Like, wait, no, not Clash Royale. Clash of Clans.
Did you see the YouTube video?
Yeah, it's
about
trending,
the
and I was
weird
like,
builder thing?
well, how is this trending? I thought this
I
was
haven't
like.
played Clash
Actually,
of Clans for like 2
Isn't
years.
Clash of Clans still, like, at least up there on the grossing list?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure, but Clash Royale is way higher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's way huger right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
like,
the next
what
one should be
happened to
Clash or Smash. Wait, no, Smash or Clash.
Smash of slams.
Yeah, Smash is lit. No, okay, but yeah.
Clash of Clans. Wait, we're not done.
Dude.
No, wait, what happened though? The builder got removed.
I don't even know
Did
what.
he actually?
I never even played that game,
Is
so
it
I
just
don't know what it
clickbait?
is.
Is it like clickbait of Clash of Clans? Tap bait?
Tap bait.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
I
cat
don't-
bait now.
Yeah, dude.
The new
That's,
age.
that sounds
clickbait.
really gross. Actually.
Maybe all the
You sound
players were
really
just raging that they didn't have enough builders, so they just...
They just took it out.
I have no clue.
Screw
what
you.
we're talking
I know. Yeah, I like literally don't know anything
You
about
need
this
to
game.
be on
But-
YouTube more, Zach.
Kids,
No, I need to be on YouTube less, and I spend an hour a week max.
dude, I spend like 3 hours a day. Like,
Dude, I spend like 7 hours a day.
Jeez.
Weren't we just saying
you-
use less of social media?
Yeah.
Hey,
Number one
Practice what
reason
we
why
preach,
you
yeah.
shouldn't is because you become antisocial. Your ideas become less. They just like people can't get.
Also, aren't we
Past the
posting
first
this
layer.
on YouTube?
Yes, but this is a podcast. Podcasts are.
If you're
these
using
are
this to-
intellectual.
If you're
Yeah.
using this podcast to distract yourself from something right now, thank you. Keep doing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
like and
use it wisely.
subscribe.
Well,
Make sure, yeah, this is a good time to tell you guys to like and subscribe.
Smash that like button. Absolutely smash it. Just yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
seriously, can I
Yeah.
say something?
Yeah. Make a statement.
Okay, so I'm gonna make this statement.
Okay.
So I really think that, like, as James was saying, like, people are really using their cell phones now as a distraction. Like, right now, you'll go out in public, and instead of like seeing people talking to each other, you'll just see like everyone's just like on their phones. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll look around everywhere. People like in the store, they're on their phones. Anyone's just like waiting for something, they'll just be on their phones instead of like actually looking at their surroundings. Even like talking to random people. Like that's a cool thing to do sometimes. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, along those lines, when you're just sitting there with nothing to do, what is the first thing that you do?
Right to your phone.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Clash of Clans.
Well, yeah, I think that's another huge problem because you could be using your time way better than on your phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I bet, like, some people, if they, like, practice the violin all the times instead of, like, taking out their phone,
Like,
they'd be, like, a
waiting in the line.
virtuoso.
best in the world.
There are people like that. They're called Asian.
You know,
Waiting in the line at the grocery store.
Korea has like the highest video
I
game
know, yeah.
addiction rate.
No, dude, you're saying just like anytime instead of pulling out a phone, just like pull out a violin, like in the middle of the street, like
Yeah.
waiting for your friend.
Well, yeah, maybe not that extreme, but at least do something productive.
Yeah.
Maybe,
I
like,
have
yeah,
a suggestion, actually.
I have one too.
I have one
James
too.
first.
Zach, you can go first.
Okay.
Zach first.
A while ago, I was like super addicted to my phone. I didn't switch to a flip phone, which you totally should do unless you're an adult. But
Flip back to
get
the
like staple a bunch of pieces of paper together and just draw what you see or something. And
That's
it
cool.
improved quality of life.
Along those lines, I actually read that it was useful just to sit and do nothing, be bored, and that really helps you to like
Interesting.
learn to cope with boredom and
Be patient, I bet.
yeah, be patient. It just helps you to come up with original ideas too. It
Yeah, like
helps you
your
to come
dream,
up with-
like when you're dreaming, you're just sitting there. It's just your thoughts that you bring.
But you're
up.
unconscious though.
Yes, but your brain is still.
But I was looking into these isolation fields and tests in
North Korea.
Oh my gosh.
Let's just get right into
Why?
Wait,
No, we haven't
isolation
finished
for
talking yet.
pleasure or isolation?
no, well, there
for
there are
insanity?
people who go into these tanks where the water
Yeah.
is the same
Oh, yeah,
as
yeah.
body temperature. You're just floating there, and you
Salt
can't
water?
sense anything. And
You
they
get
predict that you
hallucinations?
can
See,
only
that sounds
last for
crazy.
3 days before you go insane.
Usually people just trip on those.
Yeah.
What do you mean
So-
only
Yeah.
3 days? I would go insane one day.
But it really helps you to feel more happiness and, like I said, come up with ideas better and stuff like that when you just sit and be bored is sort of the point I was trying to make.
I feel like it's more like therapy for your mind to just be disconnected from something. Because when you're like always on your phone and stuff, it's so much stimulation all the time, and it builds up. Like Kobe was saying, it really helps with your patience to just be like sit and be bored. Because in this generation, I feel like our generation especially is all about instant gratification, and we're always just gotta do this,
Yeah.
gotta do this. We always have to be entertained. Especially like the upcoming generation is being raised on their phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've noticed if I sit on YouTube trying to be smart, trying to find some way I can be smart, versus like when I sit down on paper, it's exponentially better. You'll learn more than if you spend like an hour on YouTube.
That was another tip I had. The computer nowadays, you can do almost anything you would do on paper. Drawing you can do on the computer. Writing essays, writing anything you can do
Ew,
on the
gross.
computer. But for some reason, it just helps with focus more if you don't have the flashing light, you don't have the opportunity to go search something up. It helps a lot to just try every once in a while to use paper to get things done.
Yeah, I think I have another suggestion is to use your time on your phone well. Is download Duolingo.
Man,
Like,
yeah,
sponsored.
Learning one more
Not
language
sponsored.
rewires your brain and makes you think better.
Well,
because
exactly.
like different languages, one definition is completely different from another, and your brain's like, what?
Well, right,
Yeah.
yeah, and this way you wouldn't have to like pull out a violin in order to be productive. You
Yeah.
can learn a different language on your phone.
Until they add Korean, Vietnamese, or Japanese, I
think they
refuse
have
to support that.
they have Vietnamese.
Okay, never mind. I support them.
Okay.
Also, Duolingo, if you're listening, we would be more than happy to accept a sponsorship.
Yeah.
Please reach out to us. We love you.
Actually,
Real cast.
dude, yeah, seriously.
Oh.
Yeah. So the thing also, since we're all kind of talking about social media, I feel like the problem is at first I think the intention was actually pretty good. Show other people, like your family members and stuff, what's going on with yourself. But then I think it's just kind of plummeted into this fake world where everyone's like, oh, that has a lot of likes or whatever, so that has to be good. I should be doing that. And you brought up before,
Jake
like
Paul.
yeah, I know, seriously. Like you brought up before, creativity seems to be dwindling, and I completely agree because
Jake Paul.
I know if we like look on what's really popular, chances are we're gonna think, well, I should do that too because I want to be popular. So
Well, and all the popular people on social media aren't practicing what they preach. Like,
yeah.
Jake Paul.
like a really wealthy drug dealer doesn't do the drugs because they know it won't get anywhere. But they tell everyone, oh, these are the best drugs. It's the same with YouTubers. The best YouTubers, the funniest ones, aren't the ones that sit on social media all day. They're the ones that are thinking of ideas and then they give it out. But that's why it's so unstable is because the only way to research how to be a better YouTuber is to be on YouTube. But technically by that, you're becoming a worse YouTuber.
Yeah, so the best ones are the ones that are taking the actual initiative and like getting out
Yeah,
there.
and they're not
the
funding
ones that
YouTube.
are wasting. Yeah,
YouTube's paying them to not go on YouTube so they can create their
To
own
create their
ideas.
own content.
To have other people come to it's just so complex.
Join us next part for sizzling hot topics such as which social media platforms should live, and which should meet their maker. See you later.